Hey guys, Jonathan here, and today we're taking a look at the highly anticipated LEGO Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy, the Milano. LEGO sent me this early to review, but of course all thoughts are my own, and this comes out August 1st for $180 with 2,090 pieces and 5 minifigs, 4 of which are exclusive. Guys, this is honestly one of the best LEGO Marvel sets I have ever built. As I was building it, there are so many cool techniques that are used, and of course, all the minifigs, most of which are exclusive, like I said, really just put the icing on the cake. And the other crazy thing is the size. It is so massive. I love it so much. And I do realize I have some recency bias since I just finished building it not too terribly long ago, but this thing is insane, guys. You guys are in for such a treat when you build it, so let me walk you through the review now and show you why. So the Rocket Raccoon minifig is the same one from Rocket's Warbird, but we get the return of the Baby Groot piece. We haven't had a Baby Groot since 2017, which is crazy to think about, but it's really nice to have him back now. As you can see, if we lift it up, there are 2 studs that he stands on inside of the little bowl, or flower pot in this case, and Rocket is the same as the Warbird, like I said, but he does have a nice brick-built gun. Now, while we're looking here, I do want to posit a little theory. I have a theory that this could be our final Guardians of the Galaxy set ever. Now, that's not to say that we're not going to get a set with Star-Lord in the future, or Rocket, or Groot, but getting all 5 Guardians in one set in this giant Milano, it's hard to think of another set they can offer that would give us that, and with no Guardians movies announced or on the horizon, it is interesting to think about what the future could hold. When I say the final Guardian set, I do mean referring to the first movie and all of the characters in it, but I don't know. That's just a theory. A LEGO theory. Now we finally know why is Gamora, and we can take a look at this minifig. She has a brand new torso, and you'll notice that the legs on this figure are the same as the one on Star-Lord, as well as Drax. That doesn't bother me because they are technically wearing Ravagers uniforms in these scenes in the movie, but it is a really great figure using that Gamora hair with the pinkish purple color at the end of the hair there, and then we can lift that around to see great torso printing on the back, as well as a gritted teeth angry fighting face on the other side, and of course her iconic sword is never far from her, and I love that they included it here. Okay, up next is Star-Lord. This minifig is absolutely great, using those same legs that we just looked at, but a brand new torso that went into so much detail that I can't help but love it. Of course, the face is the standard Chris Pratt head we've been using for a while now. It's not technically accurate to how he looks during the final battle of the first Guardians movie, but hey, it looks enough like Chris Pratt that I can kind of turn my head the other way. Speaking of that, I just flipped the hair around to show you his other expression. And the only real gripe I have about this minifig is going back to my theory about this being the last true Guardians of the Galaxy set. It would have been great to get Star-Lord's helmet in this. We haven't got a Peter Quill Star-Lord helmet since 2017, and at this point, the mold probably doesn't exist anymore, and if we didn't get it here in a $180 Guardian set, basically the best Guardian set ever, I don't think we're ever going to get it again, so the price of the old one is probably just going to continue to go up as people try to get it for their collection now. And finally, we've got the Drax the Destroyer minifig. You can see that this has so much detail. Okay, I'll put it up. This is the Drax minifig. Of course, he's got those same legs as the other ones, and I honestly think this is the best Drax we've gotten to date. The actual print on the torso and arms with the tattoos look really, really good. Great to get arm printing on a LEGO Marvel figure. In fact, every Drax to date that's been shirtless has had the arm print there, but it's still good to appreciate it when we get it. He's got the knives, and I really, really like the shade of red. On camera, it looks a little brighter red than it actually is in person. It's actually kind of like a dark red. It's actually darker than the legs, and I think you guys are really going to dig it when you get one for yourselves. But with that being said, let's take a closer look at the set now. Okay, so the wingspan on this thing is absolutely incredible. We'll take a closer look at the wings and everything, but I just want to show you, let's go ahead and put Rocket Raccoon in front of it. This ship is absolutely massive. I absolutely love how they did the colors too. The way that the light bluish gray, orange, and blue just all come together really look good, and this is a phenomenal set. Now, of course, we've got the stand here, and the entire ship lifts up and off the stand, a little something like that. So just to show you, there's a blue brick right there that you want to line up the bottom with. I'll kind of hold it underneath so you can see where you want to line it up. It's a little easier said than done, especially with the pressure of being on camera, but it's there somewhere. Okay, I had to cheat and move the camera angle. Okay, I had to cheat and do it off camera, but it's fine. Most of you building this won't be doing it on camera anyways, so it's all good. But yeah, it looks really, really great. Look at the great detail underneath, too, with all of those plate bricks coming together to form the shaping. It just looks so much fun. And where this set really had me start to say, wow, is right here with this contoured edge. As you're building it, you'll see what I mean. But we've also got this window here and all of these thrusters in the back that, of course, are on ball joints so they can be moved or positioned for however you want for player display. But I love this window because when we go to the interior, you'll see all of the detail that's there. On the inside, that is. Now, on the back, we do have wings that move, so these back wings right here move. Then the bottom wings move up and down. They also move side to side, which is quite cool. This wing that I have my hand on right here does not move at all, but we do have a wing up top that moves. So let me move the camera to show you that. Okay, so from another vantage point, this wing moves, this wing on the bottom moves, and this wing up top moves. Okay, now that brings us up top, and like I said, the way that all of the colors blend, look how they got the angling of the orange to go all the way out to the wings here, and even the blue angles, and the way that the gray plays in, it's incredible. This is designed so well, and I'm just so blown away with it. Now, as you can see, we actually have a little bit of bend and curvature to this middle section here, but this entire middle section just lifts up and out, and it connects on these two studs here, but there's room to play, for storage. Oh, God, it's just so cool. Let's move the camera closer so you can see what I mean. Okay, so in the cockpit here, we could seat several minifigs, so I'm not going to put them in any particular order, but you could seat a minifig here, you could seat a minifig here. We could go ahead and put Rocket in this seat. He just kind of stands there, but of course Rocket could be hanging out in the back too. You can see their studs back there, but of course Rocket would definitely be in a pilot seat. What are we talking about? Let's put him there. But if we lift up the camera, you could see there's another seat right there where we could put another minifig, and that one's perfect for Drax because then you could put Baby Groot dancing there, and it's just like the final scene from the movie with Drax sitting there as Groot is dancing the night away. It's so great. Now, something interesting here is they used one of these 1x2 plates with the slots in it to be able to hold Gamora's sword. And then beneath, or rather behind Drax's head, there's two clips there where you can put Drax's knives. So I'll move Drax and put a knife there so you can see that. There you go. Of course, you could put the other knife there. And then up top here, you could see where you can put Star-Lord's blasters and hide them up in the rafters there. So that's really cool that every weapon has a storage area. Behind Groot, if we move him out of the way, you can see we've got a really cool vintage poster there. Love that sticker that's there. And speaking of stickers, we've also got a sticker for Yondu calling in. It's really interesting because that Yondu head is not really like the actual Yondu minifig we got, but it does kind of use the same mohawk piece there. And you can see that there are like some loading screens and stats on the side, just like we see when Yondu calls into the Milano in the movie. Now, that being said, when we zoom out, you can see that there are all kinds of studs through there that you can have your minifigs stand on so that they can be like standing around making battle plans or just hanging out or whatever the case may be. And all of those studs in there on the floor are so incredibly cool and add so much play value and detail that honestly, I was not expecting just by looking at the outside and the box art. Now, one final thing to look at is there's a bed in the back. And remember that window we looked at earlier? It is hard to see with the camera angle here, but there is that window right behind Star-Lord there where you can see out the back. And of course, we also have a tape deck there with the cassette tape and the volume knobs for Star-Lord to listen to Awesome Mix Volume 1 or Volume 2. But with that being said, that actually kind of covers the whole set. Even though it's almost 2,100 pieces, we really did take a look at all of it, and I think that it's just incredible. So let's zoom out, and I'll give you my final thoughts on this set. All right, guys, well, let me know what you think of this set in the comments down below. Needless to say, this thing is absolutely incredible, and thank you again to LEGO for sending it my way to review. Be sure to check out all of the other August 2024 LEGO Marvel sets on the channel now, and I'll see you guys on the next video.